Hey, everybody. Oh, I think just one. Hey, Kathy. Happy 4th. All right. All right. How we all doing? Those who are catching up non-live. I got to tell you, it's been a wee bit challenging. For those who subscribe to Heather Cox Richardson, or was it Joyce Vance? One of the two. She had, hey, Dan. Heather Cox Richardson or Joyce Vance had something on there. And Heather Cox Richardson had a great video, really, really good, after this disastrous bill. And it gives us some kind of hope for the future. Well, there's a lot of hope for the future. However, at this moment, it's like we're scared. It's like, what the heck? Where are we going with this? And which I did a spread on this. Where are we going with this? You know, I find myself so out of balance with how I deal with people on the other side of the aisle who are just caving, and I'm not quite sure why they're caving. Yeah, hey, Ann. Hey, Deborah. I'm just checking people coming in. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so one of the things that I was thinking about was the people who have sacrificed so much for this country. And we just don't lay over and fall down, play dead. We stand up and we push back, and we have a good fight. We stand up for the good fight. So when my dad fought in World War II, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. He fought too hard for that. So, and there's other people who have given their lives for our country, their limbs for our country, some of us in this community. So just because this, I don't even know what to call it, has come into our awareness and is now ingrained for a short time in our laws. You know, we just need to stand together and support each other, do what we can in this community just to keep us on a balanced footing, because things are going to turn out right. This is a big wake-up call. So I'm using the first spread I pulled was, where are we right now? What's going on right now? How do we deal with this? Where are we? And I'm using the Galactic Heritage deck. And in this deck, where what it shows is how other galactic civilizations managed this time. So if you believe that we come from source energy, that we are made in God's image, and I don't want to get into religion or whatever, the founders cards, source image, if we were part of that big sphere of source and we split off to have this human experience, because we thought, wow, that'll be fun, having that human experience. We all having fun? I know somebody who is not having fun having a human experience, and that's because he, she, them is having too much fun having a duck experience. Say hello to Psychic Duck, everybody. Hello, everybody. Happy 4th of July. Well, thank you, Psychic Duck. Yeah. Stay on the light side. You got to listen to the duck. Stay on the light side. So getting back to it, if we were part of source energy and we fragmented off, split off so that we could have an earth experience, and then we have to somehow get back to that source energy. So we're here to experience contrast and polarity. So how do we get back there? Where are we? It feels like we are so split. I don't think for long though. So the spread that I did, it's a little zip where you drop into a portal. First card I pulled, which gives me hope because the card is, let me get the glare away, renewed hope. Yay, yay. However, we're dealing with seeds of polarity, and I don't know if you can read that. Seeds of polarity. Got to turn my phone off. So it's not like full-blown on polarity. It's just little seeds. So we have to make sure that we don't get too separated from this. We also get the fusion and magic card. What are we doing to bring ourselves back together again? What are we doing magically? Because living in the cesspool is not creating magic for me. And I've been living in the cesspool ever since I got back from Shasta, which was fabulous. Moving on. This card threw me, the mirror reflection. This asks ourselves to look in the mirror and see how we are adding to this confusion, this polarity. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to look. And then we get confusion. Okay. I'm still liking this one. Renewed hope. Goes on, drops down into the hive mind in the missing link. The hive mind is us all staying together and being part of the community. And the missing link is us getting back to source energy, us getting back to not judging and allowing. And that's really hard. That's setting up a lot of confusion. The thing that I like about this spread a lot is fusion and magic, renewed hope, and the hive mind. The things that I'm pushing back against is me looking in the mirror and seeing how I'm contributing to this and the seeds of polarity. I'm okay with being a missing link. Okay. And that's what the Galactic Heritage has to say. All right. So let me see. We got people. Hey, yay, yay, yay. Yay. Hey, Carl. One day we will wake up to Trump's obituary. We can rebuild the USA. Somebody in the comments put, what did he put? It was really funny what they put. I'll get to it in a minute, but it was, he was talking about F-45 having a dirt nap. A dirt nap. By the way, in case I haven't said this is for entertainment only. Dirt nap. All right, let's see what we get. If you have a question, you can put it in all caps. I will try to get to it, but I do have some from the community page, so we're going to go with those. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to go with the very first question that was posted. Will the Smithsonian aircraft be sent to Texas at an estimated cost north of $300 million? did anybody, so I didn't know about this because it's hidden in the bill. It was, I only got to page 762 when I read this bill. And I love the way that they try to pass this at like 3 a.m. And thank you, Hakeem Jeffries, for standing up, right? Say, no, you're not passing this in the dead of night. You're going to have to pass this in the daytime so people can see what you're voting on. Chip Roy, Texas. I'm going, I don't like what he stands for. I do like that we get kind of a balanced budget, that we start bringing that under control a little bit. And I'm glad this bill does it. Not. But Chip Roy, I thought, was going to say, oh, hell no. We are not adding I heard as high as $10 trillion to the deficit. Did anybody else hear $10 trillion at the very high? It's between, I thought, 3 and 5 trillion that they were going to add to the deficit. And I thought Chip would just blow a gasket at this. But then I heard that Trump called everybody into the Oval Office and signed Pumpkinhead 8x10 glossies and gave them out. Oh, good Lord. But this Smithsonian bill, and I think it's the shuttlecraft, or it's the airplane that carried the shuttle. It's in the Smithsonian in DC, and they're going to ship it to Texas. And is that why they caved? I'm like, all the abuse and fraud? Oh my gosh. It's like, yeah, sick Elon on these people. That's the other one too. Will it be sent? So, and here's my intuitive take on this. And it's when we're doing psychic work, when we're tapping in to the unknown, into the unseen realm, it's super important to be non-judgmental and to not really have any skin in the game. And so it's like so hard right now for me, because I haven't managed to back away and say, well, I just don't care. I haven't been able to do that yet. So, but will this go through, this aircraft going to Texas? It's so stupid that I think it will. I mean, why can't we use that money to feed kids? I don't know. All right. Why is Pumpkinhead a D? Okay, Jenna Bean, I don't know what you're talking about. Will the people protesting be a thing that brings down the felons regime? When I was on the road, I got to listen to a lot of psychics. I don't really listen to a lot of YouTube channels, just because then I kind of lean into what they're saying. But I did get to listen to, and I saw that Meister Tarot Libby, she goes, who is the king of, I think it was Cups, and she came out, it's the people of the U.S. standing up, doing the marches. So are we going to tear that down? Yeah. The marches are gonna really help. I think it's going to be Phelan. I think he is the one that's going to kind of throw things sideways for Trump. And have you guys noticed that there's more and more talk about the 24th for election being stolen. Psychic Duck hasn't given up, have you? Nope. What are you hatching down there? I voted for Kamala. All right. All right. So more and more stuff is coming out. Election Truth Alliance. The other thing too, where I don't want us to like go, oh man, we're done. We got to give up. There's that app, 5 Calls app. Keep using that. Keep using the 5 Calls app. Keep doing what we can to get out and say this isn't right. Stand up for when you're talking to your MAGA Republican family, friends, and I haven't figured out a good way to talk to them yet. But it's not. I don't think it's to blame them, because then they'll just push back. But when they get hit in the pocketbook, that's going to be something. All right, let's look at. Hey, is Terry here? Hi, Terry. Holding your space. Hold it. Hold it. Man, we need that. All right. Hello, Karen and Water Lily. Should I say hi, Annie Hummingbird? All right. We just need to feed the kids. Oh my gosh. I really think that because of this bill that they passed, it's showing where they're going with this, and that remember Joe Biden goes at his State of the Union when Marjorie was like being so disrespectful, and he goes, oh good, we're all on the same page, you're not going to touch Medicare and Medicaid or Social Security. And then you see what they do. So I think it's going to turn around and bite them. And I'm going to throw my own question out. Because I can. Because I can. Are we going to see, is this big, beautiful bill a beautiful bill in disguise for us? Are we going to see universal health care because of this bill? The guy in New York, the mayor of New York, whew, that guy gives me chills. That guy, he and Bernie in AOC, I was not so much on that progressive side, but I am now, it feels like. I was more of a centrist, if anything, a progressive centrist. Does that even make sense? Okay. Hello, Elaine. Howdy. Okay. Are we going to get universal health care because of the cruelty that is laid out in this health care bill? AOC had such a powerful statement when she was talking about health care. And she goes and asks the lawyer in Congress, and he's not supposed to be any one side, but it kind of felt like he was of a side. And she goes, does this bill protect women? And he couldn't answer it. And she had the correct phrasing. I don't. She had to ask it like 3 or 4 times before he finally said it does not. Like, but all these Republicans are going, and she's going, there's 30 women or whatever, and the rest are all men. You guys don't understand women's health care. I mean, I don't. I'm not gonna pretend that I know what's best for women's health care. Women should know what's best. Okay, hang on one second. I gotta get off my soapbox. It was pretty high up there. I hope I don't sprained my knee getting off of it because that was high up there. All right. All right. Universal healthcare. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I wonder. Hey, let me see. Can I highlight this? Channel. Hang on. Remove pin message. Can I pin it? I just pinned it. I don't know what that meant. So I'm not on StreamYard or anything. So StreamYard, you can put it right in there. But I pinned it. Universal healthcare. Will that come about because of this? We're going to do 3 cards on it. Correct timing. The Wheel of Fortune. Moving on to calmer waters with the 6 of Swords. And I love the image here. The apparent woman and child in this vessel that is being blocked by swords of truth. And a review of things with the 7 of Pentacles. I say yes. I say yes. We did get the Queen of Swords, and we get a new plan, working very diligently at this new plan. I'm saying yes. And throw cards with me. See what you guys get. Okay, let's move on. Sunshine, Bermuda. Oh, how I would like to be in Bermuda. Okay. Mary Ann, she goes, what would Spirit like us to think about or remember today? And Psychic Duck is looking fabulous, she said. What would, I'm going to use my Kyle Gray deck on this. This is a good spirit deck. This has angels, shamanic elements to it, just good spirit energy. Good spirit energy. So we ask our guides and angels to come close, give us a message. What would you like to share with us on this day? Well, this July 4th for the U.S., when so many of us are feeling like they don't want to celebrate, which I'm kind of forcing myself to, because of all the sacrifices we've gone through to get to this point. I'm not giving up because of one pumpkin-headed knucklehead. There we go. There goes my MAGA neighbor. Hear him? That's a 600 horsepower Pinto, 1976. Oh, Lordy. Okay. 600 horsepower in a little 76 Pinto. All right, here we go. What does Spirit want us to say? Probably shouldn't have said that. What does Spirit want us to say? Besides, get out of the way of that Pinto. Ooh. Ooh. All right. All right. I love the first one. I love the first one. So 3 cards. This is interesting. What does Spirit want us to know about this time? Boom. Shapeshifter. Shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. So, little sideways talk here. Some people would say it was a squirrel moment. Up in Shasta, we had a great group of people in Shasta. A lot of that energy up there is so powerful. And there are a lot of MAGA people up there who are very spiritual and very into metaphysics. And I haven't quite figured that out yet. Maybe I never will. But this shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. I go back to that card of mirror reflection. And if I can see what they're seeing and what they like with this, I don't think a lot of them like the cruelty. Some of them do. I think they're just misinformed. They just don't understand what's going on. Even Pumpkinhead, I read that he didn't understand what was in the bill, some of these things, which I totally get. Stephen Miller understood. Yeah. So shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. When we shift and we go into and ask our guides and angels to step close, when we ask our power animals to step close and maybe blend with them as mediums, that's what we get to do. We blend with spirit. So when we do that, we're not in this lower level energy, we're in the higher energies, the really high energies. And so I know for me, when I get into meditation, it's really hard to think about politics, even though it kind of creeps in, and then I have to remind myself what the intention is. What am I transforming to? What am I shape shifting into? But the other thing too, unveil your gifts. We are such a powerful community. Be brave, be honest. Okay. And then Sky Father, trust in the unknown. When I think about this, it's like for me, I go trust in the future that it's going to turn out right. There was a saying when we went up to Shasta that everything works out as it should on the mountain. So I'm going to bring that down here. It's all working out. It's just in the short term. It may get a little rough. And that's where we need to support each other the best we can. Food banks, if something strikes your eye, some charity or something, and you can offer assistance, a ride or whatever, make sure you're safe with that though. We're going to have to step it up big time. Okay. I don't know. Does that pin even work? I don't know. Hang on. Remove. I don't want to remove. Oh, unpin message. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing, but I unpinned it. Okay. Is Vivian here? Vivian. Hello. Yes, she is. Hey. And Debbie is here at 3 Shifting Veils. Good to see you all. I'm missing a lot. I'm sorry. Yeah, Mark said, will the Great Pumpkin Menace take a dirt nap this fall? A lot of health issues. I don't know if you watched my soul sister, Denise. She was doing, before I went to Shasta, and I turned off everything, which was awesome. She was doing a health reading on Pumpkinhead every day. Because, yeah, let's just take a look at Pumpkinhead's health. What can you tell me about Pumpkinhead's health? For entertainment only. Has it been out in the sun too long? For Halloween, some people still have pumpkins and they're getting all shrivelly and stuff. It's not a good image. Ew. All right. What? Let's look at Pumpkinhead's health. 3 cards. We won't get into it too much. Something's happening fast. He's got the 8 of Wands coming at him pretty fast. Ooh, secrets. The Moon. It's going back to a simpler time. So, these 2 cards. The 8 of Wands and the Moon card. To me, he's got some secrets coming out, and maybe it's going to be this. Is there a new moon or a full moon coming? Full moon's coming up. Maybe that's when it's going to happen. But what does this card represent to you all? The Six of Cups. Going back to a simpler time, going back. Alzheimer's? Kinda yes. I mean, one of the things I just don't understand is when MAGA listens to Pumpkinhead, do they not see that he can't put a sentence together? It's scary. Scary. And Fox News just, okay. Oh my God. All right. Sharon, yay. Thank you. Denise is still doing a daily Cheetolini health update. Cheetolini. That sounds better than squished Pumpkinhead. Okay, let's see. Let's move on to some of the questions that you had. This one is, it's more of a statement. This was kind of a good one. So, and it is a statement, and I'm just going to paraphrase what Brian was saying. He was saying that when all of this stuff, so this bill is going to be put into law. However, and PsychicDuck is screaming at me, saying Pumpkinhead is leaving. He's leaving by summer, right? Yeah. Pumpkinhead says by summer. I thought it was June. I kind of felt June to early July, which we are now into. And you look at what happened at the end of June and July. Well, it's this major cruel bill. It's the cruel prisons. Oh my God, down in Florida. And, these MAGA guys are going, yeah, let them get eaten by alligators. Okay. It's beyond me. I think he should be just sitting in one of those tent cages and just let him sit in there for a day or two, see how he likes it. So we have the swamp, Alcatraz. We have him bombing Iran, which I still think is going to come back and bite us in some way. And this bill. And so all of these things that he's done, and there's more. I know there's more but it's just so much crap being thrown up against the wall that it's the end. I mean, people are going, no. And Elon Musk's feud, I think, is the big one. I think these two big tea babies, and for those of you who haven't watched iHip News, they call these guys tea babies. They're very funny in a gossipy way. Okay. Where am I going with this? Oh, so will all this stuff be reversed when the new administration comes in? Absolutely. This is just a law. Even if Trump wasn't found out to be an illegitimate president, which I think he will be. I think they're going to find out that the election was stolen. It was rigged by Musk and the Palantir Group, maybe for entertainment only. I should probably not be using those names. AI is scary as hell these days. But the new administration can just write a new law and say, no, we're getting rid of this. Well, Congress already passed it. Who cares? The Supreme Court gave the new administration all sorts of powers. So, yeah, it will be reversed. My question would be, and let's just throw on this, are they going to fix the elections, not fix the elections, but correct the election process so that they can't be manipulated by certain groups like Muskrat and the other one? Because that's scary. Everybody's talking about midterms. I do see midterms, but I see another administration in there. Will they fix? Will they, and maybe that's a question too, is that a better way to go? Switch administrations now or switch them during the midterms? But anyway, let's look at, will they fix the election process, correct it before midterms? Because that's too damn long to wait. Will they fix it before midterms? And here's my take on that as I throw. We got the steel. We got beat up, but still standing. Here's the steel. And we've got balance, juggling. It's still a little rocky, but he is balancing things. As I keep going, I say yes, but there's still going to be some shenanigans with it. I don't think they fixed it all the way. Because I got this Ten of Swords in the last card. I got the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Pentacles, all about security, being stabbed in the back. Let me just do a little clarifier on this Ten of Swords, which is a completion card, so maybe they do get it, but are they going to, what's this Ten of Swords being stabbed in the back? Will they fix the elections for next? Secrets, the Moon, Ten of Cups, celebration, unity, Page of Wands. Yeah, but that Moon card, scary. But then we get the Ten of Pentacles, and look at all them women dancing. Woo-hoo, celebration. The Divine Feminine, along with the Page of Wands. So, are we going to switch the whole election thing up a little bit? Come up with like a whole new way of counting ballots? Possibly. Just taking them offline. I don't think it's going back to hand count, but I think they're going to put some safety measures in, so they have to be double and triple checked or something. Okay. All right. Let me keep going. I don't see anybody asking questions in all caps, so I'll keep going on mine. Will this bill be a wake-up call? Yeah. When it starts hitting people, and here's the thing. So the Republicans thought that they were all smart by saying all these changes are not going to go into effect until after the midterms. However, there are some rural hospitals that are planning their budget now. And so they're writing letters going, we can't keep you on, Dr. So-and-so or Nurse so-and-so. The female health care problem, it's going to affect families. And so, yeah, it is going to be, it is going to affect people, and it is going to make them change their mind. When women can't get reproductive health care and it devastates a family and a community because of it. Yeah, you see these really red communities, and ICE goes in and pulls a worker out of their community. They stand up for it. So yeah, it is changing. But there's some loud fox voices that are just, ugh. Oh, that needs to change too. Okay, let me keep going. I'm trusting it. Okay. Migrants' future. Oh, who would want to come to this country now? Yeah. Okay. What? Karen Bodie Smile. What can stop the momentum of this administration in light of the bill passing? Yeah, it's really distressing that there seems to be no restraint. And it's really distressing that you have our Congress, which is half our Congress, because the Republicans only have a couple of extra people. But it's so distressing that nobody's pushing back on this except the Democrats. And is it just because they like their paycheck? When's enough enough? How many of us said, I quit. I'm not going to do this anymore. I walked out on a job when there was this guy, the company was run by a guy in New York, and I was working for a digital editing company in Hollywood, and his machines were really good. I mean, they were like the best machines. They won an Academy Award for technology, but they didn't keep up to date with what the industry wanted. He was working with Star Trek. We were. And Star Trek said, I want special effects in the computer, in the machine. And the guy in New York goes, they don't need that. I know what he needs. It was kind of reminiscent of today's. He goes, they don't need that. Consequently, the company went out of business. But he goes, I need to have a company-wide meeting today, and I want it at 1:00. Everybody needs to be there. I'm like, okay, all right. It's my anniversary tonight, so I have to leave here by 5. I have to be out at 5. Well, then he pushed it back to 3. And then he pushed it back to 4. And then at 5:00, the meeting started. And by that time, my little pea brain was sizzling. And I wasn't ready to listen to any of his BS. Anyway, he starts talking more and more about BS and about how he knows what editors want. And I just snapped. And he goes, you need to be here, 150 hours a week, if that's what it takes. I said, I'm not going to do that. And I'm late for my anniversary dinner. See ya. I quit. And then I tried to get my job back the next morning. They wouldn't have me. Good. Okay, that was a ramble. Let me see. Okay, alligators. I just saw alligator. Alcatraz. Oh, is it Karen Lund? Alligator Alcatraz is on sacred native land. Of course. Of course. I wouldn't want it any other way. We need to breathe. God, this is so crazy. Here's a good one. This is, I don't know how you pronounce this. Is it tear in mystic or tear in my ear mystic? How do we rely less on government and best support each other? I thought this was a great question. We can't fix what's broken individually, but we can help smooth it over. So for me is extra food that I have goes to a food bank. Extra money goes to a food bank. And it's just not here, but Chef Jose, World Central Kitchen, feeding them. Not feeding them, but helping out them with any financial donation I can. I really, really, really try not to be judging people who are standing on the corner asking for handouts. Because sometimes I look at it and I go, oh, come on. You're young. You should get a job. And then I think of what some of the Republicans are saying. Oh, these people that are looking for a handout for Medicare, they need to work 80 hours a week. They can do that. I'm like, you don't know the situation. That's their thing. That's their thing. So I'm trying not to be judgmental on that. And if I don't know what the answer is. I'm just trying to support people as best I can, best I know how, and not be judgy about it. Looking in the mirror. I mean, I was maybe that close away from being homeless. So, all right. So Anne was asking, she's in limbo about her federal job. I don't know. It's limbo. I know a lot of federal employees that left. Some people say they should have stayed. Again, I'm not in their shoes. I don't know. So it's trying times. Wish I knew. Wish I had a magic ball. All I got is a magic duck, and he's in the swamp pond. Okay. Oh, sorry. Now he's squawking in my ear. It's not a swamp pond. Okay. Roxy asked, will we find joy again? The question is, how do we find joy? How do we stay in joy? I think that's the question. And it is all about really grounding yourself. Turning off this news, not being judgmental, taking a break from it as best we can. Some people can't because their livelihoods are being turned so upside down. But ask yourself, does the news help you solve the problem? If it doesn't, then shut it off. I mean, and I talked about this on my other show. What time is it? I want to be off because Lori, the Way of Positive Change, is doing a live with Johnny and oh my gosh, I forgot her name. She's so good, Jen Lin. So I want to be off so that if you guys want to watch that, they can. Stay in joy. All these news outlets are so clickbait these days. So I'm unsubscribing from a lot of them that were good, but now they're all too clickbaity. Read your news if you can. That's better than watching it. and go back to the thing that you love doing. Is it dance? Is it painting? Is it throwing cards? Throwing spaghetti at the wall? Ketchup at the wall? What do you like to do? Start doing that. Just go back and start doing that. Just kind of tune this out. It is going to change. Okay, I've got 4 minutes. And the question that I want to ask with my other deck, because this is my Lotus the POTUS deck. It actually does not have the Lotus the POTUS card in it. But this one has a really good Queen of Cups. And so I want to look into, because I saw some other channels that I like listening to every now and again. I'd like to listen to a lot, but again, I don't want to be influenced by what they say, because I'm a sponge. I'll just leave it like that. I mirror and match people so well. My wife goes, "You're scary." If somebody calls me on the phone, she'll go, "I know who you were talking to." Why? Because you sounded just like them. Good thing I never talked to Pumpkinhead. Can you all imagine? I'd have 2 subscribers. That'd be my hillbilly brother and my sister. Yeah. Good Lord. All right. So, is the election interference of 2024 going to be brought to light so that it will change this current regime? And will it be brought to light by the end of the summer? I know PsychicDuck is going, "Hey, don't let me hide." PsychicDuck's going, "By the end of July." I'm like, really? Let's just say by the end of August. Will this regime be found out? Will Elon Musk throw a fit? I haven't heard about anything today. Will he throw a fit and spill the beans? Will it come out that the election was stolen from Kamala Harris? We have an offer being made. We have the abuse of power. At the base of the reading we have the Ten of Swords. Someone got stabbed in the back. Who could that be? In the past, we have the Worry. I think that's in the future too. We're scared as hell. The 10 of Wands up at the top, the burden. We're still getting, if that happens, it's going to be messy. It's going to be messy. And in the potential near future, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Internally, the Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles. This is security card. Financial. New emotional start. The question was, by the end of summer, by the end of August, will we have a new regime? This is a new start. Will it be emotional? Yeah, hell yeah. Hopes and fears. We get the King of Cups. I don't know if this was in my ramble or not, but I got to watch other people. And I was watching Libby at Meister Tarot. She was saying that the King of Cups is the people of the U.S. standing up. Did I say that before? And the final outcome. Ready? It's not the Queen. Almost as good. Star. Maybe better. I swear to God. I swear to God. I did not. Queen of Cups. Is that a mic drop or what? And it's going to be a balancing act. Holy crap. All right, guys. At the base of the reading, the Hermit, shining things, bringing forth some information. We have the Nine of Coins. This feels like Kamala Harris in her protection, in her comfort zone, not really comfortable, but hearing information. We get Justice and we get Temperance. Almost as good as the Queen of Cups, and then I pull the Queen of Cups. What do you think of them apples, Psychic Duck? I like them. All right. I did shuffle. Not my sleeves. Well, okay. All right, you all, go over to Lori, The Way of Positive Change. If you're having some extra time to watch, say hello to Lori and Johnny and Jen Lynn. And I think it's important to stay proud of who we were. We had a lot of work to do as we were. Now we have more work. Stay proud of the country that we are going to be. Because that's what I keep looking forward to. The rebuild, who we are going to be on this 4th of July. Generous, caring, bringing the world together. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you all. Happy 4th of July. Peace and love. Let me see if I can end this. Thank you all. Bye-bye. Maybe. I'm still here. Crystal Tucker, build back better. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Okay, I'm going to try to end the stream again. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Juno. Hey. Good to see you, Juno.